A woman lay on ice all year round, yet she sweated profusely. Servants in the mansion wrapped themselves in thick clothes, shivering from the cold. But she wore only a thin veil, and the heat around her kept melting the ice. Servants had to keep adding ice to her chamber. This was a strange illness she had suffered since childhood. Many famous doctors were consulted, but none could cure her. One day, a cultivation disciple passed by the mansion. The woman suddenly felt a rare coolness. She immediately jumped out of the ice bucket, stopped him before she could tidy her clothes, and eagerly begged the man for help. The man was full of doubt. Before he could react, the woman hugged him. The hot dryness inside her vanished instantly. The woman finally felt an unprecedented coolness. To keep the man by her side, her family gave a heavy sum of gold to his sect. The sect master immediately arranged their marriage. The woman then entered the sect. Unexpectedly, as she spent more time with the man, her fever gradually healed. Overjoyed, she fell even deeper for him, and began preparing for their wedding. But a cruel truth suddenly emerged. That day, the woman had just arrived outside the courtyard, when she heard the man talking to his junior sister inside. They were plotting that after the wedding, they would take her purine physique to aid their cultivation, and by then she would be reduced to a useless cripple. Learning everything, the woman completely broke down. The porcelain bowl in her hand fell and shattered. The room fell silent at once. The man sensed something was wrong and called out. The woman turned and ran wildly. On the way, her clothes were torn by branches, and one of her shoes was lost. The man soon caught up and stopped her. Seeing her messy clothes, he lied that his junior sister had lost control in cultivation and was healing. The woman demanded why healing required undressing, and why they plotted her physique. The man's face stiffened. Then he brazenly said that sacrificing her alone could accomplish him and his junior sister. It was an extremely profitable deal. The woman laughed bitterly. The man pressed closer step by step, ordering the ceremony to proceed as usual the next day, threatening her not to reveal a word. Then he flicked his sleeves and left. The woman stood frozen for a long time. She returned to her bedchamber, and found her mother's relics in a secret room, a pitch-black pill and a note. The note read that the pill was called the Heartless Pill. Taking it would cut off all emotions. The woman clenched the pill and swallowed it. The pill's power turned into a scorching airflow sweeping through her limbs. Emotions deep in her soul were violently torn away. All her past with the man turned to ashes. When she opened her eyes again, the woman was completely heartless, with nothing left to care for. The next day, the sect's main hall was filled with guests. The man wore wedding robes, and his junior sister, as bridesmaid, looked triumphant. The master of ceremonies loudly announced the auspicious hour had arrived. The man bent to bow, but the woman did not move at all. The crowd gasped. The man stood up, his face embarrassed. At that moment, a figure in white descended from the sky. It was the man's senior brother. He stood beside the woman, and said frankly that if she was unwilling, he could take her away at once. The senior brother had loved her for 3 years. In the past, her heart was full of that man. Now it only felt ironic to recall. The woman politely refused the senior brother, saying this was her own private matter. She then looked at the man, and curved a strange smile. The man sighed in relief, stepped forward, and held her hand. The woman did not dodge. In the wedding chamber, red candles flickered. The man set up a soundproof barrier, shed his gentle disguise, and showed greed. He forced the woman to hand over her inner elixir. The woman did not resist, letting the man grab her. Unexpectedly, the man found his spiritual power was draining wildly. He was terrified. He tried to pull away but was stuck firmly. His own cultivation uncontrollably poured into the woman's body.